Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
in fact, at this particular point, I'm not gonna have an insight roll for it or anything, but you would really understand at this point that if, in fact, these workers in this quarry were going to scramble again, knowledge or logic would say that they would go and find the nearest guard and say, "Come back, please." Sometimes, there's something happening in the quarry, something would happen with that. But however, nobody's coming. And the
Not
only
if
thing
they're
you can really
afraid of
think
losing
about
their
is
job.
because, at this particular point, there's dead bodies across the way. So,
Yeah.
That could be tying up the guards. Also, these guys have claimed though they don't want to go to the guards, is what they were saying previously.
yeah.
They don't want to talk
with
to
the shadows and stuff like
They've
that.
already talked
And
to
their
the guards
boss
a few
fires
times.
them for talking about it. So
Yeah.
there are lots of reasons why help might not be coming.
Yeah.
I actually assumed they wouldn't come back. The one guy who did any talking lost his job, and he was a manager, like in a manager position, right?
I don't think
These
he was a
guys
manager.
are-
I think
No,
we
he
just
was
called
just a
him.
worker.
We just named
okay.
him that.
Okay. All right. I figured they're just going to go home and hide. They're not going to tell the boss, or that was my assumption. But you watch anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right.
now, after 10 minutes.
10 minutes of rock moving.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Very manual labor, if you will.
Ooh.
So after 10 minutes,
Manly.
the pathway through the tunnel is clear. Now, at this particular point, the lanterns that are just outside, it doesn't penetrate that far into this cavern. However, Lasan, you can see quite clearly that the cavern goes off in a straight line until it meets a sort of a made stone wall. Like, it seems like it's not stone as in natural stone. It's stone as in made. It was sort of masonry, if you will. Like, it's just something. It's man-made.
Okay.
Okay, and it goes up to there, and there is at this point there's still a torch just outside of this doorway, this frame.
Okay. So
there's a lit torch in the.
Yeah.
So is that
that wasn't making it obvious at night.
Just a torch, not a lit torch.
Okay.
Salty.
Unlit torch.
salty? So we have basically, it's going to be another lever to open the door.
It could be.
Could be.
You guys can
Okay. We have
check
to
it out.
look for traps or something a little bit, right? Who's best at that? Tao?
Well,
Me?
I'm not gonna roll because I can never find anything.
Okay.
I'll look. I'll investigate.
I don't know. I'll re-equip my shield
I can
though,
roll.
obviously.
An investigation roll as well. Did it go? Where's my
Nope, that's good enough.
my dice don't show?
Okay,
it's over here at 21.
Yeah.
Okay, 21 will show you that you're checking the torch, eh? Is that what you're looking at?
Well, just for traps in general. How long is this walk?
Okay.
10 feet, 20 feet, 50? What are we looking at?
It's it is it's about 30-35 feet.
Okay. So yeah, we're just having a look as we're walking up.
Okay. And you don't notice any specific trap mechanism
Okay.
going up to this man-made wall. Thank you very much, Goblin Gravy. Another donation coming in, $3. Thank you very much.
That's nice.
But with that roll, it's you hit all the DCs on that one. You'll notice that there is something very interesting about the unlit torch.
Torch. Awesome.
The unlit torch. So, but the thing is that it doesn't seem like the unlit torch. It seems like it's connected to a mechanism in the wall.
Okay.
But because you rolled really well, you know for a fact actually that it's not connected in any way to the path ahead of you. In any way, it's not connected in any way to the actual man-made wall.
Oh.
But it is connected to a mechanism
Ah.
that seems to run along the wall behind you, the way you guys came.
Oh my
I wonder if
goodness.
it's a trap to collapse the tunnel or something like that.
Ah, no kidding. That's why. Yeah. Poke the torch, Rhino says do it. Okay, checking
What's
this
possible?
door. Yeah,
So
checking
there's-
this door. Do we see a way to open this door? Do we see a
This
theme?
wall, is there a way through the wall that
button that'll push to swing it? Something? Are we finding
on it,
anything?
you made a
to
good
open this
investigation roll already. I dare say, as you look around this wall, I mean, you poke and you prod and you push and you're just trying to find something on that wall. There is unfortunately nothing there.
Well, how does anyone get to this lever?
What do you mean, the lever?
The torch lever, right? Presumably.
There was
people-
rocks on one side and a wall on the other.
Right. Exactly. But the torch is connected to something in the wall. It's not connected to this wall in particular. It's connected to something like in the actual rock wall, the stone wall that kind of leads back, from what you can tell, leads back behind
All right,
you guys.
here's what we're going to do.
Entrance.
We're going to tie a rope to this torch. We're going to back out of this hallway. Then we're going to pull.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
We'll
I
go
have to,
like
if I
right
have to
out.
dig all that again, I'm not going to be happy.
We'll buy you pie.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Like,
And
this
beer.
investigation roll is not telling us what this torch, what this lever does.
Yeah, that seems pretty.
In any way.
Yeah.
Okay, Briar's moving around. Either his back is hurting or he's getting really excited about the fact that he has a chance to kill us. But yeah.
Look, okay.
Anyway,
A 21 is a really good roll, and I did tell you a lot of information about this torch.
Yeah.
You know for a fact it's not connected to the actual man-made wall in front of you.
yeah.
But it is
Alright.
connected to a mechanism in the something
In
where
the
it's
mine.
No,
put in.
we'll do the
rock.
rope. Let's just loop a rope over
Yeah,
it.
from
We
a-
don't muck around with
Open
it.
from a safe
doesn't-
distance.
It doesn't
Drop
seem
it gently.
possible that there's
Go.
not a way to go from the man-made structure to
Exactly.
this area with this.
Gotta
this
open something.
lever. Well, maybe, probably not. I'm getting the sense that it's just going to collapse the whole tunnel and then we'll be screwed. But there must be a way for the people from
Yes.
inside this man-made structure to come here. But apparently we, can't.
Well,
divide.
remember
We understand it,
the
yeah.
path only went one way, right? From the boarding house, it only went to the mine, not back. So
Yes.
maybe they're all there already, and then they just walled it off behind them.
I guess that's possible. All right,
Although
let's do it.
the trap seems a little bit elaborate.
Or
but
it's
that
just
doesn't mean
something
it's not going to happen.
we haven't seen. Maybe it's just something we haven't seen. They only come the tracks come the one way because they end up. Well, they wouldn't come in here. They wouldn't be moving these rocks every night. No, there's got to be another way.
Yeah.
Maybe this opens. Well, let's just try it. Let's just open it and find out.
What
Okay,
could
so,
possibly
we're-
go
we're-
wrong?
so the plan, just to be clear, so the plan is, as I understand it, we are all getting out of the tunnel
Out.
completely,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
that Tao can carefully affix the rope, get out without pulling on it, and then pull on it when we're at like a safe
When we're
distance.
Back on the
and
ledge or
yeah.
something.
This is it. Okay. By the way, from when I was moving the rocks, I picked out a really nice one about the size of a grapefruit that I'm hanging on to in case we run into someone.
Okay, very good.
That's bespoke, locally crafted rock. There, his souvenir.
Exactly. Very good quality. Okay. So is this it then? We're going to execute plan.
So you
Collapse the
guys,
tunnel,
okay,
even though
let
we
me get
don't
this
want
straight. You
collapse.
guys are actually backing out of the area? Or are you staying where
Yes.
you are?
Yes.
Okay, you're
We're-
backing
we're-
out of the area. So
We're
all
out of
35 feet out into the, back in the extra part of the
Yeah.
Yes.
cavern? Okay.
Actually, before you do this pulling, I think I'll step out of this little alcove that we're in onto
Yeah.
the ledge.
Yeah, that's
Just
what I mean. We're
this-
going back
yeah,
out of the
okay.
tunnel, so we're out on the
Yeah.
ledge.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you guys are actually going back that way again. So, all right.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if it opens
actually
something
walking
out
back that
here
way.
that we wouldn't even see. So yeah, I'll have a look.
I could. You still have a really good investigation roll. I'm not
Yeah,
going
I
to
do.
roll another one for that. Because what happens? I'm gonna add to your knowledge, right? Because at this particular point where you were sitting in the end of this tunnel, you had some amount of knowledge. You collected some amount of knowledge of what's going on over here. So now you're walking back, right? And you're still thinking
Okay.
about what's going on.
Of course.
And you notice as you're walking back to the entrance, as you look up, there seems
it
to
is.
be loose, but sort of big stone up above. But it's actually, again, it's very much flat. It looks like it's cut properly for like stacking, if you will.
Well, there's the trap.
Yeah. So
Or something's going to come down that we can step. It's an elevator. It's a big stone elevator.
Big stone
leave me my
elevator
illusions,
hell.
Eva.
Just don't be under it. Of course, that
Just don't
goes
be
for any
under it.
elevator. Don't be under it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we have to try. I mean, just get the hell out of the way of this
The
thing.
more
and
you know.
the more you know. Yeah.
So
Pope?
the dungeon master is by omission sort of implying that we don't want to collapse this thing from the outside because we're going to be stuck out of the adventure is what it sounds like.
Well, let's
If
take
one were to
another look at the
metagame really hard.
constructed wall, and we'll all roll investigation again, I
Okay,
guess.
we'll try the constructed wall again before we pull then.
Even though we've already done that.
Let's do it again.
like
We can all see what's going to happen. We're like,
Yeah.
it's 100%
Yes.
sure. We knew from the start. It was really obvious. Even though we didn't get all the information right away.
I've used up all my intelligence.
Okay.
guys.
No, I still won't find anything.
No.
Cal has a good one.
Is this masonry wall like not attached to the sides of the real wall or something? Like we can just push it down?
We have a battering ram called Eric.
There is that. I mean, I'm not gonna say you can't muscle through. This is D&D. But I will say that
Just
with
lifted
a
a lot of
20,
rocks.
specifically, it doesn't even matter actually because you guys are gonna get pretty good check on it anyway. But with a 20, Tao, you are very much certain that this wall can move. But
We were
it
already
is your
certain of that.
best. It is your best
Read that part.
idea that it is only triggered from the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe there was a secret code or a secret knock, but we sure as
Or
hell never
maybe
learned
there's
it.
another alcove in here someplace. We've got this quarry. We've only looked at this one little patoo of ledge.
Right, but we found
There's
what
just
is
another way
obviously
in.
a thing that they built as a way. It's like we're still
Maybe there's just another way
inclined
in.
to try and get it.
I don't know. Okay, he's
Yeah.
grinning. I don't like it when Briar grins.
I'm
He could be
sorry.
laughing at something in chat. He could be doing a whole lot of other things, but I'm just saying.
I'm trying to be absolutely fair, but I can't change what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're probably at the exit, even though we found zero evidence of anyone ever walking out here, because all the tracks...
Yeah, there
Yeah,
hasn't
you didn't
been
see any tracks
Yeah.
in along. You didn't see the tracks
It's-
leading into this area.
No.
It sounds like we were supposed to just go in towards the mine, and then those idiots were going to come in from behind, and we'd be able to like hide and see them come in. That's probably how the adventure is designed. And then they would use their like secret knock or whatever, and then we'd be able to, oh, we saw the secret knock, and then blah blah blah.
And we killed him ahead of time. We think, oops.
Yeah, we got to remember that when we drop people in 5th ed, when you actually reduce them to 0 hit points, you're supposed to be able to sort of choose whether you actually kill them or not. Maybe be like not killing everyone and questioning them, which may have been a little bit why I was feeling some remorse. But
Oh.
it is more dubious when you're doing it like with an arrow and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it's
Meanwhile,
technically.
there is a shudder to the ground.
Oh.
Don't
Ripples
stand under
right
the
through,
rock.
and
Yeah, everyone out of the alcove.
as it happens, the rocks that were sort of situated in and above, they collapse a little bit, but they catch. There's still an opening
Okay.
to get out.
Hey, let's get out. Let's just look for, I don't know. Look for another way in.
Okay. All right.
We're not finding a.
All
I
right,
mean, we could still pull the rope and still see what actually happens when we're safe outside of here.
So anyway, as you guys are running back towards the exit, because I'm guessing that's what you guys are going to do. You're all in favor of running
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
the place collapses.
Not being dead. Yeah,
Yeah,
very good.
we're cool on that. Yeah.
Right. So as you run back to the exit of the tunnel, you hear warning bells go off in the city. Red Larch is utilizing its warning, like ding 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 ding. Somebody is on the bell. People are screaming and yelling. People are saying, "I'm right here, honey." You hear the woman's voice pierce the air, saying, "I'm right here, honey. Don't worry. I'm right here. I'm right here." And it's coming from almost the center where the actual center of town, where the marketplace would be.
So, if it wasn't for the fact that we just had the ground shudder, I'd be a little bit worried that they were setting an alarm about, the murders by the boarding
Yeah.
house. But it's feeling like there might be something actually going on.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, the earthquake scared people. We get a wall tumbling down in a house. It could be a whole lot of
I
things.
don't know.
Do we want to run back to town and find out if there's some sort of an attack going on?
Yeah, I mean, the quarry's not going anywhere.
How far is the
True.
quarry from town, really?
In town.
Yeah, I know it's in town-ish, but like, how far are we from? Like,
Maybe less than a block,
from
I dare
the-
say.
yeah, less than a block from like the street, so like 2 blocks from the center of town.
Extra,
So we
thank you
could-
very much. Another donation, $25. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Nice.
So we could plausibly just like run back to town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. All right. We'll see what's up.
All right. So you guys running back to town, and it doesn't really take because there's a lot of light now happening here. There are people standing in the market, or actually I should say around the market area with lit torches. People are still yelling, like, "Oh my God!" La, 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 making a lot of noise. And it's easy to see where the light does not touch. And in fact, the light is not really touching a lot on the ground because in that area there is no ground.
Yeah.
It's a sinkhole. It's a massive sinkhole. And apparently, from what you can gather from hearing the cries of a few people, is that even though it was well past time for some of their kids to be indoors and asleep, they were out playing in the marketplace at night. Hide and seek is what I hear. I basically hear one person say they're playing hide and seek again, or were playing hide and seek again. So they're trying to peer over into this sinkhole. They got the light that's sort of making it down there. It's a rather large drop, mind you. And you see the bodies of 3 children sort of like dusting themselves off and trying to get up really slowly.
Oh.
In
Getting
around
up,
a
getting
bunch.
Getting up is-
you see the bodies of 3 children.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. They're getting up.
No, they're
Okay.
still moving.
Zombie
All right.
children!
I will
Fine,
say
then.
I still am a benevolent DM. Okay. There is the moving bodies of these 3 children, and they are standing up, and they're trying to make their way back up to the top. There's a mound of dirt, mind you, because the sinkhole went boof, but there's like, it just sort of spread out down in this cavern down below, and this just mound of dirt, and they're sort of like trying to crawl very, very slowly up the mound of dirt, trying to get taller, if you will, to the
Higher.
actual ledge up above.
Okay.
How far down are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I believe it is only 30 feet.
Zombie children.
It's 30 feet down.
Yeah, 30 feet, we should still use
That's
ropes.
big enough.
Mm-hmm.
We can say that the children are still alive and mostly unscathed because they're children and they bounce anyway.
Anyway, since
They're
we know
like
there's a
criminals.
sinkhole there, I am gonna like just let go of my rock as we're like coming up behind the crowd, because I don't think it looks like a situation for carrying a big rock around.
Play
And
catch with the kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
here I
I'm
have
gonna
something
hold
to
back.
help. Just drop this like rock the size of a grapefruit down 30 feet. See if that
Or
helps.
we could just drop my rope
No,
down
just-
and Eric
yeah,
can
exactly.
pick it up.
You hear that
Yeah.
happening, actually. You have guards
Set some
calling
ropes.
for rope. Go get some rope. Go get some rope
Yes,
quickly.
yes.
But you already have
Yes,
rope,
rope.
right?
Yeah.
You already have rope.
It's
Because you
a
know
rope.
you're an adventurer.
So taking it off my back. Yep.
So you guys can go ahead and start doing that. In fact, there's the
Yes,
3 of you.
they're doing it.
I'm not even going to have an athletics check because these kids aren't very big. But
I
you
can
can
pull
toss
up
the
the
rope
No,
down in, and you could be heroes.
I'm still
Yeah.
in my widow garb, so I'm actually going to hold back a little bit to,
Yes.
not necessarily get spotted, and certainly not get spotted as a group.
Okay.
I mean, at watch, I'm just going to, be skulking near a building or something like that,
Right.
a little out of sight.
Okay. But yeah, I'll do whatever I can here. Enlist the crowd to help with like affixing the rope at the top and stuff like that, or holding it, or whatever you want to do.
All the eyes are fixed on what's happening in the sinkhole. How you are not noticed by anyone.
No, probably.
You're quite sure you're not noticed by anyone. Very good then. So
Skulking intensifies.
Eric and Eric and Lasan, both of you can easily use your backs, and in fact, several other people, especially the parents of those
course,
kids,
of course.
will also be
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, there's a rope over here." They come and everybody just grabs a hold, and they tell Timmy
Yeah.
and Jeffrey
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
and Betty. They just,
Susie,
they
Betty.
just have them there, and
Yeah.
they start coming up. 2 of them try to get up on the same rope at one time. Now you guys can try to get the 2 at one. You have enough people to do that, but you know,
Okay.
it's fine. Without further explanation, the kids
We'll
will
get the
come
kids
up
up.
to the ledge. They
Yeah.
seem safe. They're hugging their parents, and the parents are hugging them, and everybody's like kind of happy. And the town, at least several other members of the town, look at both Lasan and Eric now, going like,
Yeah.
"Thank you, thank you very, very
Eric
much."
went down, right?
Hmm?
Did Eric go down, or did
The way he was
On the
was
ledge.
describing it was just we were letting like the kids, like we were just sending them
Put
the
a
rope and pulling them up.
rope down with a
I
loop
thought
and
we
telling
were
them
gonna
to
have to
put their
send someone
arms
down
through
to
and-
do it or whatever. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, something.
indeed.
we
Actually,
got
at this
them.
particular point, though, could
Checking them for.
Who's got?
Give him a
vision?
quick look over.
Someone should probably go down there anyway, because sinkholes collapse into something, right?
Yes.
They happen where you have shallow mines,
Yes.
Yeah.
or underwater rivers, or underground
Yes.
rivers, and things like that.
Yeah,
So,
or ancient temples of elemental evil. Yeah.
And because
that.
Lasan, you do have
I can see.
low light
Yes.
vision. You do notice quite easily, as your eyes pierce the darkness there, that there seems to be a bit of a trail of caves, like a cavernous area. There seems to be like a movement in and
Of course,
around.
there is.
Yeah, a webbing.
any light down there?
No, not yet, at least. Not that you say. I'm going to go ahead and, if you guys are willing to go down there,
It's an area.
No, we're unwilling to follow any plot hooks. We're just gonna avoid plot hooks forever.
yep. Because, I mean, there's no more kids down there. There's no reason to go down there, specifically.
Yeah, no, let's go down and see what's going on.
Well, we're going to have to go down. I mean,
Yeah,
this
see
is.
if it's connected back to the quarry, since we were getting blocked at the quarry anyway.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get
So, okay. Give the kids a quick once over. Make sure nobody's hurt. That's my job.
Yeah.
Town healer. I'm teaching my brother, but he's not as good as me yet, so that's okay. And I'm here. Oh God. And I suppose so. We're heading down into this, guys. Oh yay!
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be switching one of my psionic talents to have dark vision next time we get a chance, because apparently that's the only way we'll ever see anything.
Ace of
Pretty dark
Doom,
right here.
48.96. Thank you very much for that donation, $6.92. Fantastic. The generosity this morning. The generosity all the time, in fact. Thank you guys very much.
Pretty much all the time. Yeah.
Did you guys find your characters yet? Did you find them?
Oh no, that's right. Sorry. I wasn't
yeah.
looking properly.
Did we find- no.
Zoom out. They're over there.
There's something really weird going on with the grid, though. We're like 17 times bigger than the grid. Yeah, the
right.
grid is
No,
like-
sorry, because I was doing that for because there was a Snap 2 grid. I was doing that for placement of items. So let me
Yeah,
just
yeah,
get
tiny
this
grid.
back to a normal grid.
Yeah.
Which is that, I think. Actually, no, it'd be the one. Is it the one? I think so. No, not the one. Sorry, not that one. Fix it.
It's in between.
That's way too big, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hey!
That's the
that
one.
that looks more gritty.
Yeah.
Great.
And each grid, each little square, by the way, is of course 5 feet to make it simple.
5. Okay.
Okay, so light a torch again, which makes sense because my guy's holding a torch and a token, and
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, so we got torch. I've still got that I've got that bear trap just slung over my shoulder with a strap attached to it just in case.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, how did Tal get in
Steiner.
without people seeing him? Well, everybody was looking first of
At
all
the kids.
at the kids. Now the
And I
kids have
rolled
been
18 on my
rescued.
skulking.
I should probably roll again.
Yeah, well, we go down into the mine and then you can just Batman in. I mean, I don't know how concerned you are with not being seen relative to just not being
Roll the
connected to
stealth
us.
check.
You don't want to be
And that's
connected to
it.
us.
I don't mind that people see me. I rolled a skulking check. I've got an 18.
Oh, you did? Okay, then you're
So it's
then you're
Skulking is a thing.
fine. Then you're fine. You know what? Again, you're quite
I just
sure
renamed stealth.
nobody saw you. Oh,
yeah.
nobody even know this is happening.
And it doesn't really matter whether they see me or not. I'm just trying to avoid, being directly associated with some of these people sometimes going around in town, because they also know that they hang with Tao.
I like picturing okay, the kids are out. That's got people distracted. We're climbing down. Everyone sees Nissan and Eric climbing down the rope as I go investigate, and then just this
blur.
black cloak you see flapping in the wind is just jumps down into the thing. Again, the Batman music plays for briefly.
I was actually hearing that in my head right then.
I mean,
You have your own theme song then. Sorry. All right. If you remember Crunk, right? Anyway. So you guys.
Everyone's like, "Oh my God, is that the widow? Is she gonna attack them or something? What's going on?" I don't know.
no, if you're all decked out in your widow garb and it's dark and you've got a really high skulking check, they'll
you
just
could-
see the widow. They're not going to connect that to Tao.
You just
So-
look for your stealth skill is just you look for a moment when nobody was like looking at you, and then you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
already not as black as night. Actually, I guess you are black as night, but you're not really, really dark black because, of course, that's more visible. I got you. Anyway, that aside.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Um,
have to have looky around here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys are gonna move around. You can move around freely
Okay.
in this little area. No problem's gonna happen. But what I will say is
Always
that
a but.
you guys were starting on top of this massive mound of dirt. That's where
Down.
you were
There.
when you came down, and it was spongy enough to where you didn't really even have to use a rope. I don't know if you guys did or not, but you could jump down there and sort of like poof. There's no
Okay.
check for damage taken or anything.
Okay.
But what I will say is that as you guys were going down, as you were down, in fact, somebody calls down and says, "I'll try to find some guards to help you out and see what's going on down there," and they're
Awesome.
walking,
Okay.
they're leaving.
Ixnay Ardye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Whatever.
everything. Honestly, how long is it going to take the guards to come here at this particular moment? The guards are
Maybe we'll
probably
be
in
done.
multiple places at the moment, trying to figure
They're
out.
investigating a murder.
Yeah, it's nuts. Okay, you imagine being a guard tonight? Anyway,
Yeah.
so you guys
They're
are
all
looking
in the
around.
back,
Let's see, you guys got good vision, right? So,
There's a ladder to the north.
yeah.
We found a
That's
ladder.
different.
Yeah.
Ladder up or down? It looks kind of
Ooh.
odd.
It's a
Ladder?
ladder that goes up.
All right.
To the street.
Weird.
To a house. Under a building.
Yeah, I'm gonna go north looking for traps along the way.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll follow along.
We don't see anything
no
looking
traps?
down that hall to the. Oh, what do I see?
Yeah, do you see
Looking
anything
towards
to the right?
West, the east.
Towards the east. Let's see what you
Yeah.
say. Let's find out.
Like I can see something, so I'm
Right.
figuring.
Okay. So at the far end of the hall, you can quite easily see again because you're dark vision. You could see a sort of a what do you call it there? Like a not a coat rack, but a robe rack, or what do you want to call it? Up against the wall, sort of pressed in
That's on
and
the
somehow hung
side
against
wall?
the wall. Yeah. And there's some
Okay.
robes on it. There's a wine skin or a water skin up on top of that.
Really?
And there is a big, articulately looking carved, almost like dwarven handiwork door.
door. There is a
Oh.
door. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we have decisions, boys.
I'm
and girls.
assuming that your awesome door of awesome is ultimately where we're going. So with that in mind, I just want to poke my head up the ladder
Yeah.
to see what's at the top of it,
Okay.
assuming that this is
behind
the
us.
normal way in here. Because we're basically in a street, right? So going this way, we must be going under someone's house, someone's building, someone's shop.
Yeah.
Right on the street.
Yeah.
Main.
It would just can Lisan figure out just by the direction what kind of buildings are in this direction?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know what?
I'm
Do a
really
survival
good at
check
this.
again. Do a survival check. You can probably
I'm really good at this part. I'm supposed to be very
And
good.
you've grown up in this town forever.
I know
you got
this
a good sense of
town.
direction.
Oh, come on. It's only
no,
a
no,
10.
it
but I
wasn't-
know this
mean,
town.
You've been here
It's
forever.
probably an
So
easy
no,
check.
DC 10 is what I was looking for. So you just met it. You you're sorry guys, I'm moving around because I have a bad back. You're pretty sure that that is in the direction of the wagon works.
Oh, the cranky old guy that works by himself all the time.
Yeah, you guys met him last time.
Yeah.
Wagon.
Hmm.
Ilmith Welver?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Secretly evil cultist.
Secretly evil.
Where
All right.
is-
And I no longer feel the need to poke my head up here because it was always a little risky. But what I'm going to do as I come back down, I'm going to take
Yeah.
one of my many flasks of oil and I'm using it to coat all the rungs of the ladder so that if
Interesting.
anyone starts climbing down here,
We'll hear him fall.
That's gonna be amazing. All right.
And also, if anyone's trying to escape up there, we can light it.
it's true.
Ooh.
So we just have
Not
to
so big
remember
of a-
this if we
Yeah.
decide to go out this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Jump right
has
for that
now
arrow.
been booby trapped by a certain Tau.
I was
Okay.
hoping it was the other bakery because there would have been a certain poetic justice in that.
Yeah.
But, that's too bad.
But then again, you couldn't trust the intel of that other person, though, if that was the case.
Yeah.
Because maybe they'd be leading you astray.
That's true.
Or
All right, so let's-
leading Tau astray, I should say.
Would have been